Hello guys. In this session, I'm going to explain basic linked list concepts using C. This is the code I have written. Okay, and this is the with respect to this example, I'm going to explain the code. Okay, I'm going to explain functions like I've written functions for uh, adding an elements into a list. Okay, adding item at front of the list, adding an element at the end, displaying the nodes, adding after certain positions, okay, adding and then deleting an element from the list, and deleting a specific element by searching that particular element, okay, and deleting all the nodes in the list. Okay, these are the functions I'm going to explain. Yeah, so this is how I'm going to create the list. What is the definition of a list? A linked list is a collection of data elements stored in such a manner that each element consisting of address of the next node. Consisting of data item and address of the next node. This is how we can declare a list. I'm using dynamic memory allocations here for allocating a list node in a list. Okay, this is one node. This is the main function. I have defined some variables of that particular structure, that is node, and these are the variables that I'm going to use. Okay, first I'm going to ask the user enter the number of elements that you want to place into the list. Okay, suppose he enters, in my example I have taken number of elements as 3, and will be 3 here. Enter the first value. I'm going to allocate a node for that using malloc function. This is a dynamic memory allocation method. I'm going to have a node of size struct node. This node will be having two members, that is, one is data and another one is address of the next node. First, I will put the address of next node as a null, and I'm going to read that data element into the p data section, p data member. Okay, I'm storing data into this structure member. Since this is and I will be using a pointer head, so this is the head which is always pointing to the first element of the list. Okay, you can see here, since I have not added, this is the first time. Okay, this is when I start the execution, head I have initialized to null. It means that there are no elements in the list. Now I have written one element. Okay, so head will always point to that particular element. So this is the element I have read. Okay, I need to point head to this particular element. Since head is a null, because this is the first time we are doing, okay, we are adding the element into the list, head will be null. That's why head, I'm making head equal to p. Now head will be pointing to the first element. Which is the first element? Suppose I entered the element as 1, then this is the element and this is the address of the next node. Since there are no other nodes, the address is null here, and I'm pointing the head to this particular node. What happens for the next iteration? And you can see that head equal to null. Yeah, I'm making p as a head, and next this instruction will be executed. What is that? I have used another variable of type struct node, that is previous. So this will be pointing to the previous node. Since there are no any other node, previous is also pointing to the p. Okay, I will execute. Now you can see the execution also. Enter the number of elements. I will make it as 3. Enter the first element, 1. Now you can see that only one element is there and the address of next node is null. Okay, I will go for the next element. Say I will enter the next element as 2. You can see the number of elements. There are 2 elements, and the second element is pointing to null. You can see here in this yeah, this is the second iteration. Head will be pointing to the first node, and the first node is pointing to the address of second node. How I came to this, how I made this, you can see the code. The first time head will is null, but the second iteration when I equal to becomes 1, you can see else part will be executed. Okay, else is what? Previous of next equal to p. What is previous pointing? Previous was pointing to head, right? You can see here previous is pointing here. So previous of this address in this place, that is previous of next, means this location. In this location I'm going to add the address of this particular node. That's what I have done here. Previous of next equal to p, and then I'm making previous equal to p. Means what? Now previous from here to it is jumped to this position. Head is pointing to the first node, previous is pointing to this second node. Okay, and second node address is null because there are no other elements. Now I'll enter the third element. Yeah, so once I enter the third element, this is what I'm going to get: 1 2 3 null. This is what it is here. Yeah, I'm going to place the previous next, it means in this position. You can see here the address of this node, and then I'm going to jump the previous from this particular node to this particular node. So previous is pointing here. This is what how I enter the 3 elements in a list. Then how I will come to know that the end of a list? We can see that the last node address is null because there are no other nodes. This is how you can identify the last node in a list. Okay. Next, what I did, I inserted an element into the front of the list. I was doing, I was here till here I was entering one by one. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to enter this element, that is 10 value, front of the list. Okay, front of the list. What is the front of the list here? The front of the list is at present the in this we are here. This is the list we have. Front of the list means in front of this particular node. So I should get 10 1 2 3. How to add? I have written this function here. You can see front, so it will go to that particular function. Yeah, this is the function. I'm going to read that particular node. I'm going to create a particular node, and I am going to add that value to data section. And p of next means in the address location of this particular node, I am going to add head, and I am going to make this particular node as this p as head. So head has to be changed from which is pointing to 1 to 10. This is how I'm doing. You can see that I'm returning p. P is what? New node, address of new node. So this p, when I return, it will go and initialize to head. You can see that I am reading it as head equal to p. So head becomes p. That's what in the figure you can see here. When I add the new node p, I will make this address of this to point head. So head was pointing to this particular node. You can see that head is this address consisting of this particular node address, and head I'm making as p. You can see head is pointing now here. So this is how you can add an element in the front of the list. Now we can see how we can add an element at the end of the list. So this is I told you, right, how to identify end of the list. End of the list you can identify by traversing until when you find the next address, this particular portion is equal to null. So you can see here only the last element has that null value. others will be having address of the next node. Since there are no other elements, this element will be having null. Then after finding this particular node, you can add a node here by making this particular address node to point to this particular node. So this is how we can add. You can see here I have done here. So this is the list I have. Okay, this is the list I have, and I'm going to, I will show with the function. I have written end here. End means this is the function. End means at the last of the list. Okay, yeah. So first I'm going to create a p node. I'm going to add the value and I make the next address value equal to null, because this is the end of the, I'm making this node as an end node. So that's why I'm making it as null. Now I'm initializing queue to head. So I will traverse this queue until what? Until queue of next is equal to null. So first I'm pointing queue to head. Now we can see here, and this queue is pointing to head. Okay. Then what I will do, I'm checking whether queue of next is null or not. You can see it is not null. It is pointing to this node. So that's why it is not null. So then what I will do, I will traverse queue equal to queue of next. It means that from here, from this position to this position, I will traverse. Again, I will check whether queue of next is equal to null. Again, it is not. Again, I will traverse. I will come here. Again, I will traverse. Again, I will come here. Now you can see that queue of next is null. Yes, it is true. Now what I will do in this position, what I will do, queue of next equal to p, means that in this particular location I'm going to add the address of this particular node, right? So what I will get, I will get next node, and I will make this next address to point this node. Now you can see that end of the node is this one. You can see that it contains null at the next address field. So this is how you can add a node at the end. Now suppose if we want to add a node after particular position, this I have written like I have given positions here. You can see, yeah, after this particular position I need to add 30. So what is this position? Now you can see head is pointing to the first node. Head of next means what? Means it is the next node address, second node. Again its next means it is the third node. So I want to add an element after third element. Okay, you can see here, head means this element. Okay, head of next means this element. Head of next to next means this element. So I want to add an element after this. How I will do, I will create a node, correct? So this is the node I have created. This will be p, my p, right? And I'll just show with the code. Yeah. So I have sent the position third address here. Okay. So third address of next not equal to null, means if it is equal to null, it means that it is the end of the node. Then I have written a separate function for the end of the node. No need to call this particular function. So that's why I'm printing use end function to insert at the end. If it is not null, it means that it is the middle element. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm creating a node there. I'm going to add the value. So here what I have to add, p of next should contains the address of the next node. How I will get the address of the next node? Address of the next node means a of next. A of next is what? A of next is, this is the address. This is the address. This address I'm pasting it here so that this particular node points to this. So uh, now I have values 10, 1, 2, 33, 20. So this is how you can add the next element, means element after particular position. Okay. Now how to delete an element in a list. Okay, how to delete an element in a list. uh, this I can give position or I can give particular value, so that I want to delete only that particular value depending upon the value. List by giving position. First I will explain with respect to position. You can see here what I'm doing. I'm giving second position. I want to delete the second element. Why you can see why I'm telling second element. Head means first element, head of next means second element. Okay, so I want to delete the element which is after the second element. Okay, so this is the first head. Head of next is this. I want to delete an element after this. So this is what I written. I can see here this is the code. Yeah. I will get before element, that is second element. I'm storing that into this variable, and I'm using another temp variable. Okay, so this will be pointing to the element that I want to delete. So how I will initialize? Temp equal to before delete next means this value. So before element means I have this is the before element. In this I am accessing the address of this particular information. What is this particular information? It is nothing but address of this node. Okay, that I am storing into the temp value. Okay, temp is pointing to that third node. Now I want to make, if I delete this particular node means this node next should point to this particular node, right? So how I will get address of this particular node? I can get the address of this particular node by accessing this information, that is temp of next node. So temp of next node, I will put it here. This is how I will do. You can see here before delete of next. It means what? Which position? This position. In this position I want to put the address of temp of next. What is the temp of next? This is the temp of next. It is nothing but address of this particular node. So this I am making it as here. So this particular node is pointing to, one node is pointing to this node. Now this node is not attached to this particular node. Now I can delete this node by using the free function. So free temp. This is how we can delete an element in a list. Now suppose if I want to delete a particular item by giving a value. This is how I have written. You can see here this is the function delete a specific value. Now say suppose I want to delete the node which is having a value 3. Okay, can see now if I delete 2 in this node, then I will be having this list. In this list I want to delete 3. How to do it? Now this is the logic. First I will take temp and previous, two variables which will point to the head. Okay, and I will traverse temp until the value matches. Okay, you know how to traverse, right? This is what I have explained here, right? This is what I have explained temp. So I will traverse until temp of data equal to 3. Yeah, yeah, this is the function. Yeah, this is the function. Okay, uh, if head equal to null, it means there are no elements. Otherwise I will point previous and temp to head, and this I will continue until temp next is not equal to null, right? And if temp of data equal to value, then it means that this is the node I want to delete. Okay, so temp, and I will traverse this temp until to this position, and previous node I will be pointing to the previous node. As of when I'm traversing temp, I will traverse temp also. You can see the code here. So if initially both are pointing to head, if this is not true, you can see in the first condition it will be not true. Data is not equal to 3. So next what I will do, next I will make previous equal to temp and temp equal to temp of next, means that this is traversing to here. So temp will be pointing here, previous will be pointing here. In the next iteration I will check whether it is matching to 3. No. Then temp will point to the next node, previous will point to this particular from here to here. Okay, again temp will check temp is equal to temp of data equal to 3. No, again I will jump to here. Again previous it will be jumped here. Again I will check temp of data equal to 3. Yes, true. It means that I have to delete this node. If I want to delete this node, then this particular node address should point to this node, right? So how I will get previous of next means here of equal to temp of next means this node address node. Then I will do that and I will free the temp. So this is the code. You can see that uh, once I reach temp of data equal to value, then previous of next equal to temp of next and free temp. This is how I am deleting. Suppose if the element that I want to delete is the last element, okay. If it is last element, what happens? Temp of next equal to not equal to null will become false, means it is pointing to the last element, right? This condition when it fails, when temp of next is equal to null. When it happens, when this particular node is reaches, right? So this suppose I want to delete 20. So that time what happens? Temp of next equal to null. So while loop will not be true, it will come out. And now we are here. We are in the if condition, right? If temp of next equal to null, true. If temp of data equal to value, suppose this is the element I want to delete, then this is the last node. So what I have to do? Previous of next equal to null have to make and free the tab. This is how we can delete the last element of a list. Okay, now if I want to delete all the elements, how I can do? So this is how I'm using a temp variable. So I will traverse until what? Until head becomes null. What head will be pointing first? Initially it was pointing to first element. Now what I will do? I will store that address into a temporary variable and I will move to the next element. So head is pointing to this element. So now I will make this as a temp and head I will point to here and then I will free the temp. So like this I will do until what? Until head becomes null. So this is how you can delete all the elements in an list. Okay, I hope you understood the logic. I will share the code in the code also. You can refer. Thank you.